Forget everything you thought you knew about supercars, because this beast from China just flipped the entire industry on its head. It's faster than a Ferrari, smarter than a Tesla, and cheaper than both. This isn't the future, it's happening right now. And trust me, you're not ready for what's coming. Today, we're discussing the explosive rise of Chinese electric supercars and how they're shaking up the global auto scene. From NIO's record-breaking EVs to BYD's mind-blowing new releases, these aren't just cars, they're statements. For decades, supercars were the pride of Europe and America. Names like Ferrari, Lamborghini, Bugatti, and more recently, Tesla dominated the conversation. These were the symbols of speed, status, and cutting-edge innovation. But in the last few years, something unexpected started happening. A quiet storm was building in China's automotive sector. Known once for economy cars and copycat designs, Chinese automakers have flipped the script. Now, they're creating original, world-class electric supercars, and they're doing it fast. Leading this revolution is NIO, the tech-forward brand that introduced the EP9, an electric hypercar that doesn't just look stunning. It holds the Nürburgring lap record for EVs. We're talking about a vehicle with over 1,300 horsepower, advanced aerodynamics, and active suspension built for the track. It's not just fast, it's race car-level performance with street-legal potential. Then there's BYD, a powerhouse backed by Warren Buffett, now entering the high-performance arena with the jaw-dropping Yangwang U9, a four-motor electric supercar that literally jumps off the ground. Yes, due to hydraulic suspension tech, it can hop over obstacles, perform dance routines, and drive with next-level agility. And let's not forget XPeng, Avatar, and Hyper GT from GAC, brands that are combining ultra-sleek design, autonomous driving, and aerospace-grade technology. This isn't a gimmick or a passing trend. These brands are redefining what a supercar can be, not just in terms of speed, but in terms of intelligence, sustainability, and accessibility. The Chinese supercar revolution is here, and it's forcing the rest of the world to catch up. Let's talk about one of the most intense face-offs in modern automotive history. NIO EP9 versus Tesla Model S Plaid. Both are electric, both are lightning fast, but they come from completely different philosophies and different sides of the world. Tesla's Model S Plaid is a beast. With a 0 to 60 time of just 1.99 seconds, it's one of the fastest production cars ever made. It's practical, street-legal, and equipped with cutting-edge features like Tesla's yoke steering, minimal interior, and full self-driving capability.
But now enters the NIO EP9, a track-focused monster that feels like it was pulled straight out of a sci-fi film. It may not have Tesla's family-friendly appeal, but what it lacks in convenience, it makes up for in raw, terrifying power. The EP9 boasts 1,341 horsepower, a top speed of 194 miles per hour, and a downforce system that keeps it glued to the pavement at race car speeds. In fact, the EP9 set a blistering lap time of 6 minutes and 45 seconds at the Nürburgring, beating not just EVs, but also iconic gas-powered hypercars. That's a serious statement from a Chinese automaker, and the world is paying attention. Here's where it gets even crazier. NIO isn't just building fast cars, they're building infrastructure. Their battery-swapping stations allow EP9s and their consumer vehicles to get a fresh, fully charged battery in under 3 minutes. No more waiting for a charger, no range anxiety, and no downtime. Tesla, while still leading in global EV sales, hasn't cracked that code yet. You're still waiting 15 to 30 minutes at a supercharger. That difference is subtle, but it's the kind of edge that signals China is looking at the EV game from a different angle. So while Tesla redefined what electric cars could do, NIO is now redefining what electric performance means, blending speed, innovation, and a racing pedigree into something that's truly next level. Let's talk about tech and innovation. Speed is impressive, but what really separates today's Chinese supercars from the competition is their sheer technological sophistication. These aren't just fast machines, they're rolling computers, AI labs, and luxury lounges on wheels. Take the Yangwang U9, for example. Its active suspension system doesn't just smooth out bumpy roads, it actually lets the car jump off the ground, pivot in place, and drive on 3 wheels in emergencies. It's like nothing else on the road, and it's a real-world production vehicle, not just a concept. Then there's XPeng, which is pushing boundaries with its XNGP autonomous driving system. It's capable of high-precision navigation in urban traffic, even in complex, unmarked environments. Combine that with AR dashboards, gesture control, and even voice command climate zones, and you've got a driving experience that feels straight out of 2030. NIO vehicles, meanwhile, come with Nomi, an onboard AI assistant that doesn't just respond to voice commands, it actually learns your habits, adjusts to your mood, and provides a personalized experience every time you get in the car. Nomi can even turn its digital head to look at you when speaking, giving the car a friendly, almost human-like presence. These aren't gimmicks, they're core to how these cars operate. The tech is deeply integrated into every part of the vehicle's design, offering drivers a seamless blend of performance, comfort, and intelligence. While Western automakers are still rolling out over-the-air updates and experimenting with semi-autonomous features, many Chinese brands are already living in the future, delivering full ecosystems built around data, AI, and constant connectivity. Instead, along performance is awesome, but price is what breaks or makes a car's legacy. And this is where Chinese supercars absolutely flip the table. A Ferrari SF90 starts at over $500,000. The Rimac Nevera? Over $2 million. Even a well-spec'd Tesla Model S Plaid can hit $150,000 when fully loaded. Now, compare that to what NIO and BYD are offering. The Yangwang U9, with quad-motor drive, active suspension, and next-gen tech, is expected to sell for around $200,000 to $250,000 for a car that can go toe-to-toe with hypercars, double or triple that price. But the disruption doesn't stop at sticker shock. Chinese brands are rethinking the entire ownership model. Battery swapping tech from NIO means you don't need to buy the battery at all. You lease it, which dramatically lowers the upfront cost. It's not just clever, it's a psychological and financial game changer. Even maintenance is cheaper. With fewer moving parts and AI-based predictive diagnostics, many of these EVs alert the driver before something goes wrong. Combine that with China's push toward local production, in-house chip design, and vertical integration, and they're controlling the supply chain in a way that European and American brands can only dream of. Chinese automakers also understand value packaging. You're not paying extra for things like adaptive cruise, performance brakes, 360-degree cameras, or smart parking. It's all baked into the base price. It's a luxury experience without the bloated luxury tax. And while the US and Europe are still fighting over EV tax credits and regulations, China's government is actively backing these brands with subsidies, infrastructure, and global expansion plans. The result? A perfect storm for global disruption. Affordable supercars that don't compromise on speed, quality, or innovation. In short, while the West is still selling prestige, China is delivering performance, with smarter tech, competitive pricing, and a strategy that's hard to ignore. Into these isn't really critical, isn't just another wave of innovation. It's the beginning of a global power shift in the automotive world. For over a century, car culture has been dominated by Western brands. Names like Ferrari, Mercedes, Ford, and even Tesla are baked into automotive DNA. But now, the map is being redrawn. Fast. China isn't just catching up. It's leapfrogging traditional automakers with radical innovation, cleaner tech, smarter infrastructure, and a future-focused mindset. While Western companies are often weighed down by legacy systems, dealership networks, and outdated supply chains, Chinese brands are building from scratch with no baggage and full throttle toward the future.
We're seeing a whole new generation of drivers, especially younger buyers, who care more about tech integration, electric power, sustainability, and digital experiences than badge prestige. That gives companies like NIO, BYD, and XPeng a massive cultural advantage. These brands aren't just making cars, they're building ecosystems. And it's not staying local. Chinese automakers are already expanding aggressively into Europe, the Middle East, and even starting to enter US markets. With global EV demand surging and traditional automakers struggling to pivot quickly enough, the door is wide open. Make no mistake, this isn't the end of Ferrari, Tesla, or Porsche.
But it is the start of a new era where performance and innovation are no longer tied to geography or heritage. It's now about who moves faster, who thinks smarter, and who builds better. The question isn't whether Chinese EVs will dominate. It's how soon they'll become the new standard everyone else is trying to beat. So, what do you think? Can NIO and BYD really compete with Tesla, Ferrari, and the rest? Or are we underestimating the biggest shakeup in car history? Drop your thoughts below, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe, because we've got more supercar content coming that you won't want to miss.